Hey, what's up guys? So this is gonna be day number 3 here in beautiful New Mexico. We are today gonna try to go a little bit deeper into the mountains and explore this Benson Ridge. All right, here we are. Tunnel, the gateway to adventure. Woo! Actually, I can see it's less dark today. It wasn't too bad today. Good? So today I'm going to try something a little bit different. We've just been covering, you know, riding the last couple days and what's good with riding. But I haven't done any motovlogs for quite some time, and motovlogs were kind of the thing that got this channel going, even though the channel's not going. But anyhow, big dual sport or little dual sport? That is the question. Okay, so big dual sport or little dual sport? I've had DRZ 400, I've ridden my girlfriend's XT225 a bunch, ridden 2 KLR 650s, I've ridden in a DR 650, I've ridden a GS 1200, big adventure bikes to kind of get an idea of what's that's like. But I'm just gonna narrow it down to, like, do you want a 250 dual sport or like a 400 kind of, that's almost kind of pushing it a little bit, but it's about the same weight. Or do you want a 650? Well, that is kind of tough, but I have a couple opinions on that. They may not be right, but they're my opinions on that. So, a big dual sport, a little bit better for touring, a little bit nicer on the highway, but all the big dual sports are quite a bit older, so you know, they don't have quite the refinement as like the modern 250s do. So what that means is the 250s, they're light, they get blown around on the highway a little bit, but they actually do very nicely at cruising, you know, highway speeds. I've ridden a CRF 250L, really nice on the highway. My girlfriend's XT225, that's pushing her a little bit. It gets pretty dang squirrely at above 60. Those bikes versus riding like KLRs and DR650s on the road, they're not too far off. The biggest complaint with those is you're going to be blown around by the wind and shit. But the engine is relatively happy and super reliable running those speeds, and with their gas efficiency, you normally have pretty decent range out of those. Especially if you're comparing them to like a DR650 or the XR, which don't have very good fuel capacity, and they're 650s. But, you know, a lot of it comes down to the riding that you do. If you're going to get into like single track and like tighter technical riding, or if you just really want to learn how to balance an off-road bike and, you know, get proficient at it, I'd get a 250, man. Like, they're less intimidating. They have great road performance as well as off-road. I mean, they're not gonna blow you away like you know, KTM XT500 or something like that. This is kind of cool. All right, so back to the discussion. I mean, there's some benefits on the highway for the 650s, but they're not too significant. And they're all carbureted too, so like if you are doing a lot of touring, there could be benefit to, you know, sacrificing a little bit of comfort and, you know, doing that instead. Let's see if Charlie gets it. Yeah, Charlie! Woo! If you're doing single track or any tight stuff, it's so nice to have less weight and then also with the bike weighing less. I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like lighter bikes tend to take less damage off-road. So they tend to be a little bit more durable than the big guys, you know? Like adventure bikes, you drop them and you crack a plastic or something, or, you know, there's more weight to the motorcycle to bend up the handlebars. And the lighter bikes, I mean, they have a real playful factor, which is big for me. I do ride a lot of, you know, lower powered bikes because I just like that. I got a V-Storm 1000 and I've ridden Super Sports, but you know, it's so much funner though to really be utilizing everything a bike has. So highway's about the same, except for you do get blown around a lot more on a lighter bike. And yeah, if you were gonna have a passenger, even though any dual sport's not that comfortable with a passenger, obviously it would probably be more comfortable for your passenger on like a KLR 650. That'd be the best, or DR 650 maybe, but a KLR can do decent two up, where most other dual sports are not going to be that comfy for another person. Luggage, you know, they make so much stuff for luggage nowadays that, you know, whether it comes with a rack or not, there's typically a solution. I mean, if you want luggage right away, KLR 650, no other dual sport really carries a nicely set up like luggage rack right out of the factory. So I mean, that's kind of your option there. Yeah, at the end of the day though, if you're trying to like do kind of more performance stuff, dude, go with the lighter bike for sure. If you're doing more touring and you're gonna have another passenger or a lot of luggage, 650. Then we got the DRZ here, which is a little bit in between, but I'm gonna put it with the small guys just because it closely matches their weight, and also the engine on this thing is not very happy doing highway stuff. The 250s are actually better on the highway than the DRZ 400. DRZ has like a pretty low limit for like what its comfortable cruising speed is. Like getting up to that cruising speed and all the performance in between that and zero is really, really nice on a DRZ. So yeah, you can almost get the best of both worlds. If you gear down a DRZ, you could probably get it feeling just like a, you know, 650 road tour, but, or even a 650 dual sport on the road. But yeah, you know, it's a lot to think about. I will say for anyone getting into it, I would steer them towards a light bike. Even if you eventually get like a big adventure bike or a 650 dual sport, you'll probably want that just because, you know, having something you can toss around and you know, just allows you to focus on feeling the trail and feeling the movement and all that stuff versus feeling the weight of your bike. You know, I really can't say enough about how it feels good to have less weight flying around when you're doing this stuff. I do fully endorse getting a 650 if you don't have another motorcycle. That's one thing I definitely want to mention. If you don't have another motorcycle, get a 650. You want it. The 650s feel more like motorcycles with the power and the torque they have. If you only rode a 650 on the street, like, you could hoon around and have a lot of fun on that. A 250 would be funner, in my opinion, in the twisties and stuff like that. But you just don't get that, like, you know, power and acceleration fun that you get with, you know, a little bit of an engine. That's what I gotta say about, do you want a big dual sport or a little dual sport? Yeah, this looks like a good place to chill out. This looked like a pretty hill to run up on. Oh, let me grab you a rock, bro. Oh, here we go.